Your pet has this unsightly nodular lump. It's probably a wart on their face. Is there something you can do about this at home? It turns out, yes, there actually are a number of remedies, some that work really well. I'm going to share with you 2 or 3 brand new ones. Are you looking to learn more about natural pet health and wellness? You've come to the right place. Click the link to subscribe to Veterinary Secrets. A wart, a fleshy looking nodular lump. It happens on us. I've had them on my hands, my feet. Also happens in our animals, especially our dogs. Pretty common to occur around the face, the eyes. You can even see it in really young animals. But the underlying cause, it's a virus, a papilloma virus. This is something I often saw in veterinary practice, and most of the time, what did I say? Sorry, there's nothing we can really do. It's typically not serious. Sometimes the immune system can deal with it. Otherwise, maybe just live with it. Turns out, I wasn't exactly correct saying all that. There are a bunch of things that are working for warts. They're working for people. They can also work to help your pet. So let's get right into these. Number 1, we have one of my favorite remedies, this ACV, also known as apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar, vinegar in general, it's a very effective antiviral. And it also does a good job of breaking down that fibrous, almost scar type tissue that forms over top of that wart, then allowing the immune system to recognize it, allowing the apple cider vinegar to penetrate into that wart, and in some cases kill the virus. Yes, you can go ahead and pick up some toxic solvent from your pharmacy, not really safe for your animal, not especially safe for yourself, or use something much kinder to your pet's body, to your body, apple cider vinegar. Get yourself some gauze and some ACV. You're going to fully soak that gauze with that apple cider vinegar, as I've done here. You're then going to cover the wart with the gauze and the apple cider vinegar, and you're going to wrap that with some vet wrap, as I have here. We're covering the wart. We're going to keep the gauze in place. You're going to be doing this once a day, because what we want to do is we want the wart and the surface of the wart to be broken down. So after about 7 to 10 days, you're going to expect the tissue over top of the wart to turn somewhat blackish. It's going to break down that surface skin layer. The ACV can penetrate into the wart. The immune system can then recognize it and hopefully deal with it. So yes, ACV, gauze, wrap it 10 days. Wart cure number 1. There we go. Okay. Number 2, one of my favorite things to cook with, also good for warts. This is concentrated garlic. Garlic, it's also a well-documented antiviral. Warts have an underlying viral cause. One study done about 10 years ago, and this was done in people, showed that 96% of all participants, they were applying a topical concentrated garlic extract. 96% of them had 100% wart remission just using garlic. So if you ever wondered, does garlic work for viruses, specifically warts? Yes, it does. So I went ahead and purchased a concentrated garlic extract. Each capsule here in this little container, of which it looks like this here, each capsule, it has 8 cloves of garlic. I mean, that's a darn lot of garlic. But you need to apply it over top of the surface of the wart. Let's imagine I had a wart on my finger, which I did growing up. I used some other wart removal thing, didn't work that well. You want to apply, I'd suggest, most of this capsule to that wart. And then because it's an animal, you can tell yourself not to lick, but your dog is probably going to lick it. I want you to cover it up once again too. So just daily, you're applying at least half of that capsule, wrapping whatever, if you can. If it's on an area which you can wrap it from the side of the cheek or something where they can't get to, that's fine. Just leave it open. Do this for a 21-day period, the daily application of concentrated garlic, and that should help get those warts to disappear. Now, how about for some new remedies, ones you haven't heard about? Number 3, we're going to the cannabis plant. Oh, my favorite cannabinoid, CBD, also known as cannabidiol. Cannabinoids, they offer a whole array of different medicinal properties, but we know they are great anti-inflammatories. We know they've been really beneficial for pain. We also know that they have some antibacterial and some antiviral properties. I went ahead and I did some pre-research for the video trying to see, can I just find a single paper that's going to support this? Unfortunately, no, I couldn't. But I do have support from some pretty well-respected veterinary oncologists which are now advising the use of cannabidiol or CBD for animals that have warts. Haha. So when I hear a big specialist saying this thing works for warts, I'm like, okay, I'm going to share that with you guys. So this is our CBD product, Dr. Jones's Ultimate CBD for dogs and cats. And this is something which can be applied topically to the wart. So if I had a wart here, darn right, I'd put 2 or 3 drops over top topically. And you can even just rub it in, right? It gets absorbed pretty quickly in through the skin, as well as then treating your animal orally as well, which is what I would do. And we're looking at doses of 3 milligrams per 10 pounds of body weight. And I'd be doing that twice daily. So you apply it topically and give it orally. Tula's already had her CBD. I gave her some of this prior to the video. She's about a little over 20 pounds. So I would be giving her 3 milligrams per 10 pounds. I would be doing 2 drops, more like 3 drops, and I'd be doing that twice a day. And I do that for a full 3 to 4 weeks, right? Applying it topically. I mean, if you see result in 14 days, great. But if you can, at least go for a full 3 weeks, if not 4 weeks, before you assess whether it's effective or not. But yeah, it's just a great option. Your dog has a weird lump, potentially a papilloma or a wart. It's that nodular looking thing we talked about earlier. Try the CBD. Number 4, flying in from the honeybees of the world, which offers so much good. This is Propolis, also known as bee glue. Propolis, it offers a whole array of different benefits for animals, even for ourselves. I take it as well as giving it to Tula, giving it to Cassian. More typically, we think about it as a natural antibacterial. Works great for that. Respiratory disease is really effective against some of the more common bacteria that can cause it, as well as some of the viruses. Also has some anti-inflammatory properties and virtually no side effects. It is one of my favorite remedies, which I've talked much about because it offers so many benefits. But here's this study, and I specifically looked at Propolis as an alternative treatment for cutaneous warts. Warts that show up on the surface of the skin, i.e. the warts that you might have on your fingers, maybe your feet. And they looked at using Propolis. And what they found is that 75% of people saw their warts disappear. They responded that well to this Propolis. I'm like, why didn't I ever know that? Well, I do now, and I'm sharing it with you guys. So if this is the case with your dog, I would do it 2 ways. Number 1, I would just squirt topical Propolis on, something that also tastes really nice and sweet. I'll use it anytime I have a sore throat. So you can squirt this on topically. Go ahead and do that twice a day, be completely fine. As well as giving it orally, such as the Propolis capsules here. The oral dose of 100 milligram per 10 pounds of body weight daily. Do this in combination 3 to 4 weeks. Pretty confident you do that, you're going to start to see these warts disappear. Like just Propolis. Number 5, something that helps build muscle. It's one of the amino acids. This is the amino acid called L-methionine. You can get it as a supplement, L-methionine, and or you can get it in the form of SAMe, S-adenosine L-methionine. Something that we'll use for liver disease. As an aside, our liver support formula, Dr. Jones's Ultimate Liver Support Formula for dogs and cats. A key component of the formula, it is SAMe, S-adenosine L-methionine. Meaning, and little Tula has been on this for at least the last 1.5 years, if she happened to have a wart, which she doesn't, I wonder why. She's been on regular L-methionine. Oh, so we're treating her liver and we're helping her warts, if she had any. L-methionine, it's just one of these amino acids, and which makes you think, oh, it's just some part of making up, the building blocks of protein, right? Well, it turns out, as in many things going on within the body, all those different ingredients that go to make up what makes up your pet's body also offer medicinal properties. And, as we learn more, we're like, I get to share more with you guys. So one of these is using this amino acid, L-methionine, specifically for warts. And there are a number of studies showing when regular use of L-methionine, using this for at least 4 weeks, especially when other people have tried so many other things, nothing else works, they use L-methionine, the warts are going away. The exact underlying cause isn't really been established yet. Some people wonder about the high sulfur content. Is that potentially toxic to the virus? Possibly. But knowing that you give it, and the wart disappears, meaning like, okay, that is offering real big benefit. And there is no concern about toxicity, side effects, etc. How would you give this to your animals? How would you give it to your dog? Well, you can go ahead and purchase specifically L-methionine, 500 milligram capsules. We're looking at doses of about 50 milligrams per 10 pounds of body weight daily. Little Tula, 20 pounds, she'd be getting about a quarter of one of these capsules, right? You got a capsule like this, I would probably quarter it and sprinkle that onto her food. Okay, that's one option. Option number 2, you can use the S-adenosyl methionine, such as the SAMI here. It's 200 milligrams capsules. We're saying it's about 50 milligrams per 10 pounds. She'll be getting about half of one of these capsules once a day. Or there's option number 3, Dr. Jones's Ultimate Liver Support Formula. S-SAMI or S-adenosyl methionine is in this, 50 milligrams. So giving it once a day, doing it for 4 weeks, I'm pretty confident you do that, you're going to see these warts disappear. All of that from this really safe amino acid. If your pet has warts, papillomas, fear not. Use one of those remedies. Yeah, be it the apple cider vinegar, be it the garlic, be it the L-methionine. Pretty confident you're going to see those warts start to go away all naturally. Thanks so much for watching this edition of Veterinary Secrets on how to naturally deal with warts in your dog or cat. Click up there to subscribe, hit the bell to sign up for notifications. Then you click that link directly in the box below. I can send you a copy of my free book. Poodle. Oh. Some common juice for the video. And how about a little bit of CBD?